In this video, I'm going to be making my own strips for this canoe. I know you can purchase them already made, but I've decided because I have the ability to do that, I'm going to make these on my own. So follow me through the process here and I'll show you what I did to get these strips made in preparation for this build.
All right, so this was the availability of the lumber that they had. This is the Western Red Cedar, but they only had it in 8-quarter material or 2 inches thick. So I had to, because of the length of it, my shop is only 48 feet long, and I think that longest piece is 20 feet. I've got a 17-footer, and then the rest are shorter. So I'm hoping I can run it all through my joiner here. I had to move my joiner clear out in the middle of my shop so that I had room to run it from one end to the other. So we'll see how it goes. And because of the length of the boards that I have, I had to put these rollers on the outfeed and on the intake side so that I could support the length of this material. We'll see how it goes. Now we're going to try and cut this material in half.
By resawing this material, I'm able to get 2 pieces that are roughly 1 inch thick that I can then plane down to thinner 3/4 inch material.
Golly, 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 golly.
As you can see, my previous bandsaw didn't survive the ordeal. The motor actually caught on fire. I'm kicking myself because I didn't have the camera running at that time. There weren't huge flames, but it did in fact catch on fire. I think the other bandsaw was probably vastly underpowered for what we were trying to do, but I have since upgraded a little bit here. We're going to try and run this stuff through again. Hopefully we don't have the same problem, but we'll give it another whirl.
Shazam!
After getting those 2 inch thick pieces resawn in half, I was able to take them over to the planer and plane them down to the 3/4 inch thickness that I need, which is the width of the strips. And to save a little time, of course, we sped things up quite a bit here. After getting everything planed down to the correct thickness, 3/4 of an inch, I then moved over to the table saw and ripped everything into 1/4 inch strips. Ripping all this material into 1/4-inch strips did take quite a bit of time. I won't show all of that here, but it was hours of cutting and getting things prepped for the router table.
So I've got all the strips run now, and as I was doing this, I was thinking it's going to be a lot easier to keep them separated and organized according to, you know, how dark or how light they were as I was going. So what I tried to do is I tried to cut some, well, stack them as I was cutting them. This pile right here are some of the lighter colors. As we move over, I just had a stack here in the middle that were kind of just the more average middle of the line colors, and then I've got some darker strips down here that I ran, and I just kept those separated.
We interrupt this broadcast for a brief message from Ruger.
On your marks. Get set. Go! Oh, who's winning the trophy? Oh, it's a close race. Who's gonna win first? Oh, Ruger wins the trophy.
You won. Go get the
Ruger won
trophy.
the trophy race.
Now back to our regular programming.
And then moving forward, I'm just getting my router set up so that I can run these through. I had to make a couple of feather boards to hold those small strips. They're small, they're going to flex a little bit, and so we want both feather board in front and behind the cutter, and then I have the one on the top that just keeps everything down and in line. And so I've already set this, this is the Bead and Cove set. Looking at the other side of it, you know, you're going to have one like this that's going to cut the one side of the strip. The other cove, or the bead side's the one that's on there now that just rounds things over. But hopefully I can just run these through. The way I've got it set up, I'm hoping I can just push one through and then just push the other one right behind it, and they'll just kind of off-feed themselves onto the table over there. So we'll give this a try. I've run it through test pieces through now. I'll see if I can show you one of the ends here. It actually came out really good. You can kind of see I've got that round over just on that one edge. And it came out pretty clean. I don't have any marks on either side, and it seems to feed really well. It seems to work nice where you can just push one right after the other. I'll kind of set the camera up so you can kind of see how I'm pushing those through, just pushing one right after the other.
Watching hours of me running this through the router table is probably not the most entertaining thing, but I did get all of the strips run through with that bead side. Once those were all done on the one side, I then changed the bit over to the Cove bit and ran all of those through again, flipping the strips over to that other side. Now it's just a matter of getting things ready to get those strips put on the molds.